Should be catching up pretty shortly. Okay, here we go.
So these runners do have a couple of options at the start. They can choose to go straight to Link to the Past, which is what most runners do, or they can take a gamble on 2 items in Retro Brinstar. More likely, both these runners are going to go straight to Zelda.
I mean, going into Retro Brinstar is kind of the meme play, and most people will just usually go straight into Link to the Past as Strizer right here is doing.
Yesterday, during the hard weekly community race, Ancient Gamer was able to get like a 30-minute head start from a Retro Brin gamble.
What was lurking down there?
It turned out his second trip to Retro Brinstar had a morph ball and old Mother Brain that you had to get with Screw Attack. So that seed was horrible. That seed it was a hard logic seed that required them to do a spring ball jump in the worst room in the game in order to progress. Anyway,
Strizer has picked up the charge beam from the back of Sanctuary, so...
And he's going to be doing the Chris Houlihan strat. He's going to give himself a free 225 rupees by causing a wrong warp to happen. This is also going
jumping from the wrong side here.
He got it. I think it's just any kind of like jump like that because it keeps on moving your subpixel down more and more. That's what causes the wrong warp.
Yeah, I've just never seen it done from the right side of the stair set. I've always seen it done from the left
spring
side.
Ball. Speaking of spring balls. So Strizer, I was actually told this strategy. They do the Houlihan room, and then when they exit Link's house, they do the strategy of they buy bombs, but Strizer is not doing that. So I was going to say that, but he has already proved me wrong before I could get it out of my mouth. Solski's getting some lucky bomb drops in these bushes here. Was it like
up at least 2. He's probably going to use one for the race game here if he needs to, and then one to get into the bombable hut and farm more bombs there. Uncle in the front of escape has just 20 rupees, and yeah, Stricer doesn't really have the means to get through the rest of the escape now, so he's safe and getting to Sanctuary. He's probably going to go to Kagrik now. I mean, Solski's going straight for that race game. I was not looking for the second he checked the item on the ledge, so but we'll be seeing it again shortly. It's got to be something good because he was checking that before he decides to go in. It's a power bomb pack. So although we don't know where the morph ball is yet, going into Super Metroid with at least a power bomb pack is pretty much mandatory. Ideally, you want to be going in with 2 or 3 so that you have the freedom to pretty much bomb everything you need to without having to worry about going back to Subs' ship or farming ammo from something or anything like that. In the back of the Lumjack Cave is 20 rupees, so we're not going to be killing Aga 1 for that today. And some missiles in the back of the Kakariko bar. So, for those of you who may be joining us after AGDQ, although we did not have a combo randomizer racer. The only random action we had in AGDQ was, in fact, Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise. But anyway, for those of you who may be joining us, we have basically combined Super Metroid and Link to the Past into one game. If you walk into 4 doors in Link to the Past, you will actually get ported over into the other game, into Super Metroid. For instance, the Fortune Teller's hut to the southeast of Link's house, if you go in there, you actually end up in Crateria in Super Metroid. And for that reason, we've been able to mix up items in both games across the game. So you can find things like missiles and power bombs in Link to the Past, or you can find a bunch of swords and a boomerang in Super Metroid. It puts a lot of extra logical quirks into the mix, and it's a really entertaining mix-up.
So some of those quirks may be, we may not even need a single glove in order to get into Misery Mire. Oh, hammer in the Kakarika well. That's big. We also saw Power Glove, speaking of, in the mushroom spot. Flutes in Blind's hideout. And more missiles. What?
Yeah, one peculiar piece of routing you can see in the combo randomizer seed is that you may be expected to go into Lower Norfair with a gravity suit, and then make your way into a certain door in Lower Norfair to get into the Misery Mire area without the flute. But since we've just picked up the flute, what we could be doing is picking up the various suits, using the flutes to get into the Misery Mire area, using the door there to get into Lower Norfair, and then finding the gravity suit in Lower Norfair. That particular sequence of logic checks has come up before.
We also got some fetch quests with a shovel as well, I forgot to bring up.
Slightly less beneficial for Solski because he went into Kakarika from the south route, and he's got to go back there now with that shovel, whereas Strizer can do it on his way. Of course, Solski could go for the gamble here, and he may decide to loop south to that shovel or go north and check Lost Woods. But
we're holding hands. Yeah, we're holding hands while summoning the flute, guys. Standing salutes. I guess a double salute? I don't know.
Yeah, Solski's going up to the woods now, but he's going to leave that dig spot behind for a little bit, so it doesn't take too much time to get back there. He decides to just save and quit to Link's house and go back there.
He can always, like, loop in the dig later on if he, you know, is doing Dark World checks. He doesn't have to check it now. Mind you, it's always bad leaving a check behind, but...
I mean, Silver is just one of those annoying checks where it's an item to get another item. You really don't want to leave it behind for too long in case it's that one potential item, especially when you find
Oh, he's doing it.
Even in the late game, it can catch you out. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I said he's doing it. He just pulled out the shovel. He's going right there. With the glove, he could go ahead. There's a big rock right here in this screen. He can just turn this into a South Shore check at the same time. Only a little piece of love. Now, what I'm talking about, he could just, you know, go straight to 6, check Agina, check Desert Ledge, which is another piece of heart. Is this randomized?
Strizer is also going for those power bombs from the base game. Maybe the only power bombs we see for a long time. He may be getting plenty more. We don't know yet. So Solski's fluting, they actually going for the early Eastern play. Interesting. So most runners would generally be going to the south of Hyrule and checking out the dam and the mini Moldorm cave and usually the Iceword cave as well. The early flute makes the early Iceword cave a lot more appealing because it's quite a bit quicker to get in there, but Solski is diving straight into Eastern instead.
Which there is 6 items he can potentially grab here, at least 5 for sure. Plus, we get to hear where the green pendant is, if he wants.
And Solski could just be checking 3 items here instead. It isn't too far, too much for time loss to just get out of your way and do. Yeah, he's actually not going in east, and he's just checking Sahasrara.
Strizer is going to do Hyrule Dungeon, though, so that's interesting. I think Solski is going to go straight to the back of Escape. So we'll basically get everything from Hyrule Dungeon at once. Kind of a long way to do that, Shaq, but okay.
Maybe he thought he could check out Graveyard Ledge at the same time, and completely forgot. No mirror, wrong road.
Alright, so there is going to be something in Dark Cross, by the way, because we've already seen the small key, and we already got the map.
Yep.
So there's going to be... Also, kind of weird that Strizer's doing bomb strats when he has the hammer. Because he killed the first... Yeah, he's doing bomb strats when he has the hammer.
I mean, it looks like he's practiced the bomb strats for a lot and is having no problems with them. And sometimes when an item that tends to come up a bit late in the mid-game or even worse, a late game like the hammer, if you can find it really early, you can just like forget you actually have it and start resorting to your strats you thought you were going to have to employ anyway, like bombing your way through the front of Escape. So yeah, he has totally forgotten he's got this hammer because he's throwing pods at the ball and chain guard.
Yeah. Moon Pearl! Ooh, we're now 1 item away from full Dark World access.
More power bombs at the back of Mini Moldor, but not much else. And Stricer wants to make his way through the dark and check out that dark cross room. He hasn't got many bombs for taking out the rat for keep, so he doesn't need to take it out, but the hammer would make it quite a bit easier too. But he's not doing that for now.
So there's something being abandoned there. It could be big, could be something. Maybe they realize now that they had a hammer.
Supers in the Ice Sword Cave, so not much in terms of like stuff that gets you particularly far in the sea. No lamp, no bow, no that would get you through Eastern, no well, you can get up to Death Mountain now with that flute, but you can't get over to most of Death Mountain because no mirror or no hookshot.
I mean, there could be something on the old guy. Mind you, this is all logic because no lamp. But there could be something in Spectacle Rock. There could be something in the first item of High Jump location in Super Metroid.
So Solski's hammering his way around the dark cave here. It's one of the easier things you can do if you don't have the lamp. All you just need to know is where that annoying pit is in the rightmost room, and as long as you can avoid that, you're pretty much set. The bats aren't particularly much threat to you. Hard container from the old man.
So we're going to see what's on Spectacle Rock and the item inside Spectacle Rock. And Strizer remembers he has hammer.
Gotta be careful with these mini Mordorms. I think you should probably just go for bombing
I
the
did
last one.
not see what was in spec. But he's going for it.
It was the Farrier suit.
That's big, especially where he's at right now, because they're right next to the Norfield port. They can't do much, but if, like, let's say Morph Ball is in the first time in high jump.
We finally got a quick map check there. I only saw what was on Tower of Hera and Eastern Palace, and they were both with crystals. I'm not sure what Desert Palace was.
Desert was a red pendant, and the Hera was a 5/6 crystal. Ooh. So let's hopefully we kill that thing before. Yeah, we do. Okay. So unfortunately, that dip into Super Metroid didn't pay off. So now I gotta think either we've checked Agina. Eastern Palace might have our Morph Ball.
Solski is going back into front of escape now. This is going to work out for him. The items themselves just can't often be left behind for a very, very long time. And when something as important as the moon pole, yeah, that's you really want to get that as soon as you can. Just tries to get his own map check in.
So I think we've already checked Agina, haven't we? I got
Sahasrara. Like Solski was over in the desert area and checked Agina. Yeah, it was nothing.
Yeah, okay, so Moon Pearl or Lamp is in Eastern. Then or we found Moon Pearl and Zelda. Morph Ball might be in the vanilla Morph Ball location.
Given that Strizer has picked up that Moon Pearl ahead of Solski, he may well be diving into Eastern here just to try and find the Titan's Mates or the... Hang on. No, he has got Dark Old access with Hammer, Power Gloves, and Moon Pearl.
Oh, okay. He does? Yeah.
Never mind.
So we did find out that Misery Mire is our green pendant from Shirashila, which, not my favorite dungeon, so I'm always happy when that's a pendant.
Saves you of having to track down a potential medallion if Misery Mire has a pendant, or if Misery Mire has something important inside it, you're going to have to get in there anyway. We have no way of knowing that until we actually may or may not go in there, so... Solski is going to go over to the Dark Crossroom here from the front of Escape. He's picked up a couple of heart containers, so the rats and snakes down here are going to be too dangerous to him, and just has to find his way through the dark and pick up that item. Strizer is making their way through the Eastern Palace now, and what's available to him. He picks up the compass.
Again, there are 3 items in this dungeon. One of them may be on Armos, which we will not be able to grab. Another one will be out of Logic in the Big Key chest room.
Yeah, it looks like Solski is in the Dark Crossroom now. He's making his way northwards, and there's both a map and the compass.
Alright.
So, unless... yeah, it looks like there's going to be an item on Armos Knights.
Indeed.
I didn't catch what that item in Dark Cross was. I did not see it pop up on Solski's side. He's having a look at his mirror. I don't see anything there that he got.
Spazer. It was Spazer.
Spazer? Okay.
Strizer having some issues with the staff childs. And we're going to get a hype cave check from Solski. Alright, 5-6 crystal on Palace of Darkness, and our other pendant was on Skullwoods. So that will make everything else crystal. Alright, let's hope this is an actual hype cave, guys. Hoping for actual hype. First item is... oh. Huh. Second item. Bloom ring. Piece of heart. Rupee. Ew. Oh, that was just the Cave of Sadness.
Yeah, 1 out of 10 hype. The boomerang gives it a little bit of value. Unless Strizer finds like a really good item here, which is going to be out of logic for him because he's gone for those dark rooms, Solski's going to have a bit of a checks advantage here. I think the only thing that's oh, there's Big Key. So I think the only thing that Strizer has done, Solski has done, is check out the Lumberjack Cave, which was just 20 rupees.
We are getting a pyramid. Let's check. Oof. You never want to say that. Oh, we got another fetch quest with the magic powder.
Yeah, I can actually get down to magic bat now with a hammer. So, could be something. Could just be another piece of heart. We've had plenty of those already. So Strizer's immediately going for Hype Cave himself. He's going to be following in Solski's footsteps here, just a little bit on the back footing. Solski's already heading up to Catfish.
It's always nice just to get this check out of the way, because it's one of those checks you always forget.
I mean, when you're finding yourself in early Dark World without many means of getting around, and just a hammer for your offense, you kind of want to get the isolated item checks done with as soon as possible, just to get it a bit more power, or potentially some progress elsewhere. But that's just another 5-bomb upgrade.
I do believe our next play will be towards Skullwoods and Thieves Town for Solski.
Yeah, we're looking pretty linked to the past heavy here so far. Aside from that fairy suit, it really doesn't get you anywhere around Super Metroid because you're going to need a morph ball or a speed booster or a screw attack to make proper use of that fairy suit. So we don't really have much means of getting around Super Metroid at the moment. So yeah, we're just going to stick with Link to the Past checks for now. Strice is actually taking the south route over to the digging game. Going to be checking out Stumpy too.
And Magic Bat is going to curse us today with... Curse of turning into a ball!
I mean, that's a pretty nasty curse if you are prepared for that. Like in the Metroid Prime game, so you get these various space pirate logs of them trying to replicate the morph ball technology and essentially breaking every bone in the space pirate's body trying to do it. Who knows how the morph ball actually works for Samus, but I assume it keeps their spine mostly intact.
Right now, Solski is just taking a massive lead with the Magic Bat check there, and Strizer needs to get himself over to that pyramid.
Well, there's nothing on Pyramid. He needs to get himself over to Magic Bat.
The Pyramid had the magic powder.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Don't worry, buddy. I know that feeling.
He floated to Link's house and then he's floating away again. Where could he be going? Oh, he's going to check out the Village of Outcasts without that powder. It's not going to really set him back so far because there's just going to be more checks that Solski hasn't done yet.
Well, we do have the red potion from the first part of Gauntlet, which now puts Sick Kid into logic. Ooh, we got Cape and another E-Tank at the back in the Gauntlet. That's probably the most hyped Gauntlet I've seen in a while.
It's essentially a fetch Cape Gauntlet, but both of those fetch items are useful in their own right, so yeah, not too bad. So Strice is actually checking out the front of Skull Woods here. 2 items that can potentially be grabbed in Skull Woods. If he doesn't find them here, they're going to be fire rod locked in the back of Skull Woods. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but not too bad. Solski's already on their way down to Green Bridgestone.
Yeah, once you get Morph Ball and Pyro Bombs in Super Metroid, you get about 50 checks in the game. It's why we really look for the 2 pink orbs, basically, the best way we call them. Nothing in early supers.
Strice is having a little problems with Egyptus here in the statue room in Skull Woods. Don't get grabbed. Yeah, good. That particular wall master can really catch you out if you're still pulling a statue.
I hate wall masters in general. Ooh, another bile. And supers. Which we really are not counting supers this time around because we already have Charge Beam. Normally we count the supers because we need 60 in order to beat Mother Brain without Charge Beam, but early Charge Beam helps us out a bit. That. Ooh, Cane of Samara! And the Educune's gift. And then it looks like Skull Woods had anything.
So Strice is gonna be looping south to Village of Outcasts now. Now, one thing he can do whilst he's here, at least, is fully clear out Feastown. Quite a lot of items to be found in there, and it is a crystal, so I wonder if he's gonna make use. He's gonna check out the cave spot first. He doesn't have that cape. That was for Solski in the back of Gauntlets. But it's just 10 bombs, so we're not gonna be needing the cape.
Yep. Or at least we're getting all of our fetch quests done now. Chaz reminded us cake could be used for other things. Oh my goodness! We now have a mushroom. The last time I saw a mushroom at Spore Spawn Skip, it turned out to be the hammer, which prevented some from finishing the seed because they couldn't do the Spore Spawn Skip. Falcon, I believe that's I know they call it's like Eddie Kuhn's gift, or it's a super missile location, I believe. Quake in the Wavegate room. Because in chat, they could kill Spore Spawn, but that takes like 10 minutes, and no one ever wants to do that. He ended up finding Spore Spawn after three times in Pink Brinstar, trying to do the skip.
I think it's only been one time I've seen Spore Spawn actually occurred, and it was basically the worst seed possible, where you don't find super missiles anywhere at all. And you actually had to go to Spore Spawn to pick up the supers for progress. That was a long, long time ago, though.
Wait, do we have Speed Booster? Or are we getting Power Bombs here? Okay, I think we were just getting Power Bombs.
Yeah, those maggot things called Zeros have a 99% chance to drop Power Bombs, so they're one of your farming spots if you need to get more Power Bombs.
Strizer not getting anything from any of the big item checks here in Thieves Town.
Best possible thing for Strizer would be to find something that doesn't really get him around. Well, would be to not find anything that would also get him around Super Metroid, like the Speed Booster or a Space Jump or anything like that, and be forced to go over to Pyramid, get that powder, get them, check the Magic Bat, and then get the Morph Ball. In the worst case scenario for him in here would be he finds something like the Speed Booster, but he's still going to get the crystal in the process, so it's not a complete loss for him.
Solski finding more Power Bombs in Green Hill Zone.
And now he's making his way over to Blueprint.
For Blue Mail. Super Missiles and Vanilla Morph location. And now we're going to go see Alpha Missiles, early E-Tank. Ooh, Fighter Sword and early E-Tank. Ooh, that's actually pretty big. Gets the damage boosts off. Very nice. Bad Missiles is a Red Rupee.
So there's more key to check out the big key chest in Thieves Town. At least it's not dropping off blind at some convenience there.
So, Osla, I have a deal for you. I got you the high jump boots. But wait, there's more. Missiles. $599.99.
I just take the high jump boots. They're fine by themselves.
So that was the Billy Mays room with the high jump boot. That's going to make getting through Super Metroid super fast.
I think it also puts that fighter sword that Solski just picked up in Logic.
It does. And we get our blind pun. Hasn't been to eye doctor in years. You get it because she's blind. But apparently is sensitive to light.
Blind gets away from strider there, but he's looking okay on health. Just got to avoid taking a few more hits and do 3 more hits on blind. Uh-oh.
1 hit to 1 hit. It's 1 hit to 1 hit, guys. Oh!
That's so close.
That fight gets so laggy. And you're just like, no.
Okay, so Thieves Town was a complete bust for Strider. That's both good and bad for him. Bad because he's really looking for some other kind of progress items that Solski doesn't have. Good because it's probably going to shove him over towards the pyramids to pick up that powder, leading to the Morph Ball.
Okay, we're going to go into Omega Missiles now. For Super Missiles.
Alright, Strider's going to do the same thing Solski did much earlier. Get through the Dark Cave and retrieve the old man. He actually hasn't done Death Mountain yet.
He'll get his various suit for his trouble. We're also going to say hi to the sleepy bomb Chozio. Or Chozo. So what's differentiating a Chozo from Torzio?
The C is a T and you add an extra vowel in.
Okay. I guess that works. I don't know the lore of Metroid.
I'm not sure it's on Tweeters either. I think in like the fan game AM2, they designed a Tweetso as a kind of like a Sentry construct thing. But in the actual main Metroid games themselves, they look quite a bit more organic. You've got the 2 Tweetsos in Super Metroid, and you've also got one in Metroid Fusion that's kind of like got plant things going out of it, and it consumes the whole of a sector in Metroid Fusion. And you have to fight your way past all the overgrown plants and kill the Tweetso to switch the power back on, because it's checking out the fusion, the main reactor there.
So it looks like we're going to probably take a look at the moat. And then probably go down Red Tower.
That's Bing Ball. He can get over to Wreck Ship in Logic. It's annoying, but it has been required in previous races.
Oh man, it's been so long since I've done one of these races. I forgot to mention we actually do have a sponsor for this tournament, Vi.gg. You know, there's a prize pool for this tournament, so these 2 runners are in the final 8. They get into the final 4, they actually win actual money. And you guys can actually help them win more money by putting bets. The first, they get how many signups? 1 second. Let me do the bet command real fast. We get 100 signups. There will be an additional $200 added to the already $750 prize pool. And you get a free €20 bet. And it's only for people outside of the United States because, you know, we're not allowed to make bets and stuff around here. Yeah, first place of this tournament was $400. And mind you, these are the two 5-0 runners, so there is a good chance that, you know, the finals could be these guys again.
Hey, Solski and Strizer today are strictly playing for seeding in the bracket stages. They are already through. They didn't even have to participate in a tiebreaker because all our tiebreaker races were 4-1 in terms of wins and losses, but Solski and Strizer are 5-0. So they're playing for
Bragging rights.
seeding today, and they're playing for bragging rights. So yeah.
So it looks like Strizer's going to be making it over to the pyramid now.
Yeah, he hasn't picked up anything that could send him wildly off course here with, like, say, Titan's Mist to get into Ice Palace or something silly like that. But he's going to be picking up that powder. He's probably going to check out Catfish, who was just a 10 bomb upgrade. He may even go into Path of Darkness too. I mean, the powder is an essential find for him because he's actually not going to get the Cane of Samaria for fake powder without that morph ball, which is locked behind the powder. So fake powder is impossible today to get the morph ball. But even though he's picking up the powder here, it could still be quite a long time before he actually checks out Magic Bat. Like I said, he could go clear out quite a bunch of Paths of Darkness first before going over there.
Yeah, he'll be able to do about 60% Palace of Darkness, which there might be progression there. Gravity Suit could be in there. I mean... last night's weekly had like... Oh, Mitts! Mitts right before Kraid. Very nice. But the weekly had Hammer, Vanilla, Hookshot, and Dark Maze. And like, it was very hype. There were like 4 like massive lines in there. The Solski with Mitts will be able to do a lot.
Strizer is heading straight into pod, leaving behind the Catfish. Leaving behind Catfish works, but hopefully they don't leave behind Magic Bat.
He got the powder at least.
So getting created on Solski's side. Nice quick kill.
No DLC for Solski today.
At least just hiding some blueberries.
So now that ties them up on boss kills, but yeah, right now Solski has a big lead. And unfortunately, this is not bow lock, so Strizer will be moving forward in the dungeon.
He doesn't have any means of getting himself through the Burlock side. He's got a bottle with a fairy in, but I don't think that's going to let you do the bottle glitch because you need a potion for that. Potion essentially freezing the game a bit so that it refills your life or your magic, and when you're releasing a fairy from the bottle, it doesn't actually stop your game like that. So the game camera doesn't get off skew a bit, and the bottle glitch where the doesn't trigger. Essentially, when the camera's off skew like that, you can get the mimics in the next room to you can manipulate them to walk off screen, and when you're off screen, the game thinks they're dead and opens the next door for you.
Oh! Well, no longer bow locked. This dungeon's fully completable if he's okay with dark rooms, and it is a 5/6 crystal.
He almost went up the stairs there, and then suddenly realized, hang on, I have bow now. Ooh, finding bow in Paths of Darkness is never good, because you kind of want to put off Paths of Darkness as long as possible, because it's absolutely hard requirements to have bow to get through there.
Yeah, no, this might be something that, Solski might last iron that bow, so that is something that might get Strizer back into this. Come in chat. Pod has a lot of chests, but it also has 6 keys.
As a lot of people like to say about Paths of Darkness, business in the front, party in the back.
Wave beam at Crumble Tower. So that's wave charge spacer. That is, I believe, the same double damage than a super missile.
I cannot quite remember my Super Metroid damage values. Essentially, Plasma Beam is the best one-off beam to give you the most damage, but if you've got Wave adds little damage, Ice adds little damage, Spacer adds the next best damage compared to Plasma. So with Space and Wave, he's got quite a bit of damage potential right now. So if I have to be taking out Ridley with charge beams, it's not too bad. Could be better. That looks like a nice beam up there. Ooh, but Solski dropped some frames and yeah, he's going to get it on his way out. Yep, it's Ice Beam.
Okay, well, we're one beam away from having all the beams in Super Metroid.
Okay, I have no idea what was at the bottom of Cathedral there. Doesn't look like it was anything for Solski is just walking straight by.
Oh, Solski has to be careful though. He has reserve tanks, but he does not have much health.
Energy tank in the basement of Dark Basement and a small key in the upper chest.
Looks like Strizer's trying to get as many rupees as he can, probably thinking Zora's a play.
I mean, he hasn't checked Catfish yet. Catfish was nothing, but if he does go up there to... Hey!
Wow! We're just fighting every single lion.
If he decides to go do a sort of area check and finds him there before there, he can do the Catfish without too much trouble. Strizer is making his way around the Kodongo room in the dark. Quite a bit trickier than other dark rooms, because... But he's got 2 chests to pick up here, plus a big key chest, and then he can go over and face off against Helmasaur if he so chooses.
That might have been the map? Or was it Super Metroid IM? Super Metroid IM's map and big key do not show up in dark rooms unless you have the lamp. Sometimes. And well, we have our B now, the 3rd bottle for Solski. And the Master Sword.
Strizer's having a little bit of trouble with that Kodonga there. And I think he's lost his way in the maze.
Yeah, he lost his way. He's going to save and quit. Hopefully, now that he's back in Light World, he's going to go to Mountain Cave. Never mind. We'll see if he goes to 3 here. He does. He's going to get himself his Morph Ball. Flippers! Wow. Well, this seed just became all Super Metroid after the first 20 minutes or so being Link to the Past.
I gotta be wondering what Strice is thinking about finding that morph ball now. He's wondering, has Solski done this already? Am I behind? Am I ahead?
Well, now he's going to be doing all of his Super Metroid checks and see how loaded Super Metroid is.
It's proving pretty loaded so far. And Strice is just going to be doing the same thing that Solski has done about 10 or 15 minutes ago. At the moment, Stricer has got a Crystal Dungeon advantage, and he's got that bow from Palace of Darkness, although he wasn't able to finish Palace of Darkness. So if Solski finds Lamp down here, he's going to be able to get through Palace of Darkness without any hassle whatsoever.
Looks like we're skipping Crocomire for now. So you know Crocomire is going to have progression.
Of course. I mean, Crocomire always has progression, even when he doesn't have progression.
When one enters Super Metroid, the other one leaves. So we're going to be turning the mushroom. Oh no, what? Are we? I guess we're doing... We're doing the hobo check? No, I think we're doing hobo check. There's no way we can do ice... We can't do... There's no bombos, there's no fire rod.
Yeah. If he was going to go to Hobo first, I think it would have been slightly quicker to float to Link's house and then jump into the water from there, but doesn't make much difference either way. So the Hobo only has 20 rupees. When he's a Hobo, he's not going to have much cash. What can you expect of him?
We'll see if... nope, doesn't look like we're abandoning the cape.
Stricer did check out the cape spot already and saw it was pretty worthless, so he's just picking it up just for because he can. Nothing in the waterfall cave. There's still the Zora letter, though Solski doesn't have enough money to check out King Zora himself. He's getting a bottle refill here. It's green goo.
Well, that'll be useful for Ice Palace in Turtle Rock.
Just a piece of heart on the soil, so the flippers aren't proving useful right now.
Okay, we're going to see what the mushroom is going to be doing for us today. Only a big 20. And we're going to go into Mire. The Mire area. He's not going to go into Mire yet. It's a pendant.
You could do if it's quick.
No hookshot, no boots.
And his bumpers. But you can have a look inside and think, yeah, I'd really like that hookshot and boots right now. But we can't get inside either way.
I was going to laugh if this was both the hookshot and the boots in the shed. Probably want to check checkerboard real fast. Or no, we're not checking checkerboard. We're just going to go straight into lower Norfair. Go and check screw attack first.
Anyway.
Ooh, grapple beam.
That's a bit of a murky check.
This still may be a Shack Tool scene.
Please no. You know my opinions about Shack Tool already.
Strider having a little bit of difficulties in the shaft super, I guess, globs. So where's Solski going?
He's probably going after X ship now. He can't get over there in logic with that spring ball.
Oh.
Although this is a jump that's in logic, it's still pretty tricky to pull off if you haven't practiced it much before. You've got to get a lot of speed, morph onto that platform, and then immediately springboard jump whilst maintaining that speed to get over to the other side. I forget which race this was, but this definitely called out one of our runners in the previous race, where one runner was able to do it and the other runner wasn't, and they were going around in circles for quite a long time trying to find a way around doing this jump.
Man, I can't believe 2 seasons in a row I'm commentating and they're both having a required spring ball trick.
So this is essentially Stricer's opportunity to catch a little ways up to Solski here. Essentially, Solski has to spend ages trying to do this jump, and Stricer has got to do all the other Brimstone Norfolk checks that Solski has already done.
Oh, no, well, as we were talking about.
Solski gets across this time.
Oh, Solski's probably happy seeing that E-Tank. It's been, he hasn't found that many E-Tanks yet.
So Solski's headed over to Fantoon now. He's got 3 energy tanks and the fair suit, so Fantoon's not going to pose any problems to him whatsoever.
We got one. Oh my goodness! So we're going to get a very quick kill here on Fantoon. If you guys saw the reverse boss order run from AGDQ, hopefully Solski knows it's what, 2 missiles and a charge shot, and you do that twice and it's a finished fight.
I completely missed that race myself. It was on that 5 o'clock time.
Okay. So the strategy when you have, well, one, there's also X-ray. He can X-ray this boss. But Fantoon can actually die to, it's like 2 missiles and then a charge shot per phase. And if you do it twice, it takes 2 phases. But he also has a microwave, so we might have a cooked elephant.
Microwave Fantoon even possible? I've never seen it before. I've never seen anybody talk about it before either.
Oh no, Strider may have soft-locked himself. He's hoping, according to chat, 4% drop for power bombs. Oh no. Oh, this is unfortunate.
There's the power bomb.
Now this is why Solski farmed the zeros earlier. Strider should be able to get out with that one power bomb. I don't know why he's trying to go for two, maybe for extra safety.
He's got two now. He's still farming. Okay, he's on three now. Now he's gonna leave.
Yeah, he really wanted the safety, I guess.
I think he wants the two extra to go down to charge beam and make his way to the right afterwards to Norther.
So Strizer's getting Quake. Solski's going to go into a potential reset point through the Spiky Room of Death. Oh!
It's the mirror.
Super Metroid, why are you loaded today?
Seems to me that once Solski got that morph ball, it's pretty much he goes over to check an item in Super Metroid and he finds something.
Oh man. Oh, he made it! Oh!
So Stress is going to be picking up their cage shortly here from the
Is that room regular? No, that room's regular E-Tank, right? The other one that requires speed boosters reserves?
I honestly cannot remember.
Okay, yeah. Our tracker's asking for the names of the rooms. He's trying to learn more of Super Metroid side of things. But yeah, no, that's the wreck-shipped E-Tank room.
Ooh, nice clip for the floor there on Solski's side. It was very quick. He just basically got up on top of the wreckable blocks and then clipped through the ceiling there to get over to the other side. Saves himself probably like half a second, but you know.
Solski finishes off the attic, which is very easy to do when you have the full beam combo.
And he's even got X-ray beam through. We already saw microwave and fountain. We're going to be getting some crispy shrimp later too. And he's got absolutely no need to farm super missiles for Ridley or Martha Brain. Solski's in a very good spot for Super Metroid right now. Just missing that gravity suit and maybe speed booster.
And of course, he has the best item in the game with that spring ball. Got try and get up there to the missiles in the sky above the ocean. Oh, we're getting a spring ball jump. Yeah, that was the trick that had to be done in the worst room in the game yesterday in order for the players to get Moon Pearl. After basically the only way they could get into like Super Metroid or anything. I don't know, it was weird. It was a very rough scene.
Solski finally breaks his blistering pace here to take a bit of a break. Strice is going up Red Tower. We're probably going to go for direct ship immediately rather than check out Norfair and Kraid first. He still hasn't turned on that Spacer Beam yet, but he is going to get plasma from wrecked ship, so he's going to be in a good spot for Phantom too. Although no X-ray scope. Ooh, that's a space jumper down there. So yeah, unless Solski needs the speed booster for something that's blocked by speed booster blocks in, say, Meridia or elsewhere, he only needs a gravity suit for Super Metroid now. He can pretty much go wherever he wants.
I mean, you know, if we hit go mode, I mean, it's not that bad to just suitless backdoor Meridia for Dragon.
It just gets a bit tricky escaping out of Dragon's room if you don't have gravity suits. I've seen it done with, say, the grapple beam. You can also do... I mean, you had the gravity suit, you could also do gravity jumps, but... But the space jump will not activate if you've just got the fairy suit down there in the water, so... I don't think Solski has seen that grapple beam yet in Shaft Super, so I think only Strizer saw that. So Strizer actually didn't go over to Wreck Ship. He's going to be going down to Kraid and Norfair first. Solski's probably on his way back to Lincoln Pass now. Yep, that's his plan.
I mean, he might just go ahead and take this to Lower Norfair and, you know, run through Lower Norfair.
I think that space jump is a very good idea, yeah. But he's actually going to be checking out Death Mountain.
Yeah, we could actually do all the Death Mountain checks now with Mitz and Mir. And if you wanted to quickly beat Hera, he is more than welcome to. That's a 5/6 crystal.
Assuming he isn't fire locked by the big key or something. He can at least dip in there and get a couple of items even if he is fire locked, so... Still, Strizer picks up their Titan Smiths from Kraid's lair. And they're on their way to take out the lizard themselves. See if he gets the crit kill too. Oh, that's a small key down there, so if Solski doesn't find the big key here, he is fire locked.
Or he could find the lamp here, or the fire rod. Ah, I was hoping that was going to be the case. No DLC today for Kraid. We don't get to see Kraid in all of his massive curves.
When we're talking about Kraid, curves is not the first thing I think of.
Hey, no discriminating. I don't care if it's a giant alien dragon thingy wanting to kill you. So we're going down Spiral Cave. Slowly. I like to think of
hookshot to take out these berries and mold orms.
I like to think of this as Ganon's toilet. You just roll down the toilet, you know, and then you might just find crap like that.
I mean, his tower is over there in the other world. Do you think Ganon is capable of interdimensional poops? I mean, he's capable of quite a lot, but I don't think you use the Triforce of Power strictly for pooping in another dimension. Anyway, Solski's making his way over to Paradox Cave now. Probably the most loaded item for... well, loaded cave for items you can find in the Randomizer. Hype Cave is kind of dead these days. So we've got super missiles and half magic. That is a very nice find.
Alright, the other 5 items are Bloopy, Tempered Sword, more bombs, more rupees, more missiles.
I mean, a sword upgrade and half magic makes it an extremely good Paradox Cave by themselves, even if it's not progress at all.
Strizer not going?
He's going. He just wants to get a bit more speed. And he falls down anyway, so hey. We can't get over to Crocodile yet from here. It's no speed booster. We can get over to it from the other direction using a green gate glitch, clipping a super missiles for a gate to open it from the other side. Solski hasn't done that, so...
Super funny cave with the lamp! There's our lamp, people.
Oh, that is the rough location for a lamp. I mean, it's almost as rough as finding it in Turtle Rock, which I've seen far too many times for me to appreciate.
Speaking of TR, let's find out. Can we open it? No, we need bombos today.
Bombers for death, both Mizumaya and Turtle Rock.
Looks like we may be going up to Spike Cave now.
Yeah, it's totally in logic of that cape. If you want to go check out Spike
Cave...
Cave...
wait, no, he has lamp. He has lamp, never mind.
Yeah, he can go finish Hera now. But yeah, for Spike Cave to be in logic, you've got to have a means of getting through, like the Cane of Burner or the Magic Cape, and you've also either got to have a Magic Cape or a bottle to give yourself some means of magic refill.
You also need Hammer, because there's moles blocking.
If we're going into that, we also need the Moon Power, essentially, but we found the Moon Power pretty early, we found the Hammer pretty early in this seed. It's the Morph Ball that's essentially separated Solski and Stricer right now. For those of you joining us, the Morph Ball was at Magic Bat. Magic Bat was stopped by Powder because the Morph Ball was stuck in Cane. So to check the Magic Bat, you need to get the powder from the Pyramid Ledge. Nice wall jump up Bubble Mountain there by Stricer.
Looks like Solski actually did go to the bathroom. He just came back.
Are we talking about toilets here?
I have no clue.
Because Solski taking his toilet break in one dimension, Ganon presumably taking a toilet break in another dimension, and dropping all his stuff in Spiral Cave. I mean, yeah, getting a bit scatological in here.
Well, we finally get Iam. That was the rupee. There's one more Iam up for grabs here, and it's the... Oh, that's actually the Sanctuary Heart.
Is it? Oh, no, wait, he just ran into Model. Lost himself, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it filled him up. Sanctuary Heart, the only heart in the game that fills you back up to max health.
I was about to call it out because he didn't get filled up to max health, but he did walk into a Moldom there, so. And we've got the other Moldom there who kind of, like, he gets stuck there because Solski goes off screen and just his eye was poking out off the top of the screen.
It would worse, it could be Randomizer and he has 8 eyes. So no trolling today, and that's a crystal for Solski. And it's a 5/6 crystal. I wonder if he's going to dive Palace of Darkness now. We know if he dives it, he will be able to complete it because the bow's there. And he does have Lamp.
Strizer gets there, X-ray scope, and when they go up to Rexit, they'll be getting their plasma beam from Fantoon. And we are getting that spike cave check on Solski's side. He's just making use of his really large amount of heart containers to just brute force his way through, using health rather than having to make much use of that magic meter or possibly a green potion. But all he finds is a milk tank for his troubles, so nothing useful. I mean, he can also put reserve energy into those tanks, but yeah, don't really want them.
Looks like we are going to be getting our Solski's now going to do all the checks. Strider did, probably going to Skull Woods and Thieves Town.
Can't finish Skull Woods yet. No fire rod. So this is just going to be a tiny bit of a time sink for Solski. I mean, he's got to do Thieves Town anyway to get the crystal, but this is going to even up Strider and Solski just a little bit.
Strider still has a full Metroid area to complete. That's if he doesn't decide he's going to start doing more Link to the Past checks.
Well, that's what he's doing. He's going to check that sick kit first. Did we see this on Solski's side? I'm sure we did.
I didn't.
It's just 5 missiles anyway. Strider's going to do some more things that Solski has already done, like a Splippers check and a Mushroom check. Strider is not going to be checking out Zor, or maybe he is. He thought about buying a blue potion there, almost used his red potion to buy a blue potion, but then he's decided, no, I'm going to keep my rupees and check out Zora instead. Solski has been up here, but he left behind Zora because he only had 120 rupees at the time. This could be big, it could be absolutely nothing. We won't know until we actually go see him.
But we do have to farm 23 rupees, though. 22.
Yeah, if he doesn't find... I don't remember what the items in the Waterfall Cave were. I remember they were nothing useful. Oh, that was 50 rupees. Okay. So he doesn't actually have to go farm some rupees by probably getting out that shovel and digging up everywhere.
Falcon Strider does have Ice Beam. I think. I'm pretty sure he checked it before he got out of there.
He was in, like, above the high jump boots, so he went over to check high jump boots and got it on his way out.
Alright, Zora, what lesson are we learning today?
Oh,
Lesson
boy.
of opening dungeons!
Oh, that could set Solski back a long, long time. Okay, so Bomber's required to get into Turtle Rock and missing Maya. Bomber's behind King Zora. Wow.
So, I'll say Solski probably has like a 20-minute lead just because of his trick so far, but if he ignores Pod and Zora now, Strizer has a chance to catch back up.
Solski's starting his Village Quest check now. He's going to be spending a few rupees in the chess game. Probably, did he do the racing game yet? I don't think he did. So he's going to be spending 100 over there too. Probably making back that 100, but it's essentially, it's going to be a game for Solski of how much instant cash am I going to find? Am I going to sink it all in blue potions, or am I going to save up for King Zora and buy his Bomber's medallion? Perhaps he's not even going to think about King Zora and check it as the last possible item he does in the race. It's all up in the air now. Strizer is not going to be making his way through the Norfair here. No morphball bombs, no space jump. It's just not really in consideration. Although he is power bombing that ceiling.
He's doing the spring ball jump. He probably feels a little behind.
Yeah, I hope Strizer realizes he probably shouldn't be doing this yet because it's not in logic. Because if he gets stuck trying to do this trick, well, he gets it, but he could be spending a long time going through Lower Norfair without that space jump that Solski has.
He could also be doing this to farm supers.
Maybe. I mean, these Rippers here have a 100% drop chance for supers.
99 point... I think someone said 6 yesterday. Reckoness is in chat having some PTSD right now. Because he did that spring ball jump trick for about an hour and a half.
Ouch. Well, Strizer's committing to this Norfair. I mean, it's essentially in logic for Solski right now, because he's picked up that space jump hit. But it's a risky play for strizer. Okay,
So-
worst room in the game. Probably made even worse by Strizer's items right now.
Yeah, no, this was literally a required trick last night, yesterday during the weekly. You had to jump up there and either do a double frame perfect wall kick, or the spring ball jump right here and get out, because Moon Pearl was in the Fire Flea room.
Right, but that weekly was a hard logic race, right?
Oh, hey! He got through.
Maybe I was playing the weekly yesterday. But yeah, this is not a hard logic seed. It's a normal logic seed. It's not normal logic isn't expecting you to be able to get up there. At least I think it is. Chat's having a bit of a discussion about it.
So Solski, while this is going on, is fighting Blind, already on phase 3. Much easier fight for him. More hearts, blue mail. And so Solski now has 2 crystals. Oh, I'd be careful going through this room.
Those red keyhounds are probably some of the most lethal enemies in Super Metroid. And Strizer hasn't been up to Rex ship yet, so he hasn't got that plasma beam to make this easier.
I would not save in this room. I've seen many runners have to forfeit after saving in this hallway.
Alright, so this would have been much better for Stricer if he'd gone up to Rex ship to pick up that space jump and plasma beam first. He is spending time down here he doesn't need to spend. And he took that save, so he's basically fighting you right now, Kichiri.
Yeah, so this may be bad news, especially with how limited he is right now in his ammunition counts. Pops a reserve. And Powerbomb's shame is a super missile.
Oh, no drop from the Giga there. That's annoying.
Hammer peg super slow.
So just to note something, because we're not liking this play right now. Solski and Stricer are very, very good runners. They have to be good runners because they have only 5-0 runners in the tournament so far. So Stricer isn't going to have much problems here. He's going to have to do a lot of farming, but he should be able to get through without any problems. And kill Ridley and get out. At the moment, for him, it's just mostly a time sink. He could have the plasma beam and space jump to make this much, much easier on himself.
Alright, so Jeremiah the Bullfrog today gives us a rupee that they made. They have a illegal forgery business going on here.
Now comes farm time for Strizer. Meanwhile, Solski is taking that purple chest around and check out K45 on his way to... Where was that mirror again? I think it was in Wrecked Ship, wasn't it?
Ooh, we got another medallion.
This
Not
is
the
not
one
medallion you're looking for.
There's some pretty neat ether strats you can do in Gaius Tower to make things go by faster.
Right, Strizer has nearly topped off his energy and now he's getting supers.
So purple chest had nothing. I think Solski's going to be making the Lower Norfair play. Or Desert. He could get the 2 items in Desert. He also did not check checkerboard when he was here earlier.
Yeah.
And Strizer's going to go ahead and fight Ridley.
He's finally farmed enough for his liking. He's topped off his energy, his reserves, and his supers.
Checkerboard is nada.
I imagine the Stricer is going to be really, really mad when he finds that plasma beam and space jump in the Wrecked Ship, because he could have gotten these before going down here, and would have made his life so much easier.
Solski's going straight to the back of Desert, just stealing a key just in case.
Ridley's looking pretty pink right now. A few more missiles should get him into the death state. But he seems to be stuck in pokering right now. There we go. I think Strizer used about 30 missiles more than is necessary, but a kill's a kill. So long as he doesn't die on his way back to save room, of course.
That stolen key was worth it. Solski will not be able to check all the rest of the items on here. There might still be an item on Lamos, but right now, we got the hook shot! Desert play, now working out. I believe that was the second time. I did not see what that was.
Here's the hot container.
So, as long as this is not a pet seed, that was a big brain fart. Big desert.
He can clear all the swamp pellets now. It's a crystal, so it's not going to get him his bomber's medallion. It's essentially for Solski at this point to really secure the advanced server Stricer. He's got to think, when am I going to go over to Chexor and get a bomber's medallion? He does also need to find a bow, which was in Palace of Darkness. Stricer got that much earlier, but wasn't able to clear his Palace of Darkness because no lamp, and he struggled quite a bit in the dark rooms. where is Solski going now?
Hook shot.
Oh yeah, okay, of course, of course.
4 items up for grab. And with where that location of that hook shot was, technically that hook shot is boots locked. So the one item we will not find here in Hookshot's caves is boots.
Be pretty nice for Strizer right now if he finds boots down here in Norfair. He's not taking the save, but he's looking pretty good on energy, so he should be able to get past these key hunters. Yep, there we go.
Gravity shoot! Oh boy.
Yeah, that is all the items Solski needs to finish off Super Metroid now.
Mount Ridley has in the fire. I like to call this Mount Ridley, but that had red mail. I do believe the play will be Swamp Palace to Meridian now for Solski. Which Meridian will not have boots because the hookshot was boots locked.
Just a knee tank over there. Got one more item coming up in Free Musketeers room, and that would be Learn Norfair for Stricer.
Oh, there's one more item before the Spring Ball Maze, or did he? Never mind. Yeah, he's got to do this. Yeah. And then, oh, he's not going for the E-Tank for 5 E-Tanks? A little questionable about that.
He's got to be thinking he's behind right now, and is going for the, going for that E-Tank will take him, 10 seconds, 15 seconds or so, so he's trying desperately to save that time. For now, he's got to take out these 3 Musketeers really, really slowly. Solski's making their way into Swamp Palace. Given the time Stricer's taking to kill these key hunters, I probably would have just gone for the key hunt and then brute force my way past them. Okay, so that was Learn Norfair. Really nothing much of use down there.
Not as loaded as Rex ship.
Stricer's going for a bit more farming here of supers. Is he going to get... he's got the wave beams he can get through here anyway. So, he's on his way down to Crocomire.
Solski's going to do the back of Swamp play instead of the left of Swamp play. More items back here.
What do you reckon Crocomire's hiding? Because you always should bet on Crocomire. He's always going to be hiding something. I reckon he's probably got boots.
Yeah, I was going to say boots. We have yet to see any of the rods. We might see Screw Attack down here, which then, Strizer could have got Screw Attack for all the key hunter rooms he just went through. Well, we found 3 of the items so far in Swamp. A couple of Super Missile Packs and the Piece of Heart. Red Rupee. for the E-Tank location. E-Tank location, E-Tank in the hidden chest in the wildfire room.
The chat was mentioning that probably the best thing for Solski to find down here would be 300 rupees to send him up to King Zora.
Or, I mean, he doesn't get bombos yet, and then he decides to go into Palace of Darkness and find his bow.
More springboard jumps coming up here on Strizer's side.
And Solski gets his third crystal. We'll have to be going back into Swamp, though, to do the left side.
Yep, that was a map on Argus.
There's at least one or two more items in here.
Coastline Room has a third sword upgrade for Strizer, so that's all 4 swords now that we see.
Yep, so if Solski does Krakemire, he'll have himself a butter sword. Strider nailing all these spring ball jumps right now.
I imagine he's been practicing them given the... But there's a wrong cane. We've already picked up the cane of Smile much earlier. So one more item left down here in Crocodile's area. Was it worth it? He's using the ice beam to freeze that little bug there, so that he can do a springboard jump off of it to get up to the top here. Just sees 20 rupees there for. So Crocodile not really having anything today. A sword upgrade is nice, but it's not really progression. So Solski's on his way to left side Swamp now. He got the map for Marcus. Did he already get the compass?
I don't know, but he also doesn't have the big key yet. So one of these two items will be the big key.
Ah, right.
Speaking of,
100 rupees. Yeah, and he doesn't have a compass, so the compass is going to be the big key chest. And he's out.
so he's probably going to just go ahead and go over to Meridian now.
Right, so Strizer doesn't really need to head over to X-Ship just yet to get that plasma beam and space jump. The things that he would have made most use out of with those items, he's already done, so... But he is actually going over there. It's going to be checking at the top of criteria here again with the springboard jumps.
Just when I thought I was never going to see another one of these this week.
Ooh, not quite enough height. Yeah, he's just going to leave it for now. When you get that space jump, and you can check it later on his way out of flagship. Solski Mino is going to make some shrimp.
Que cola! I could never unsee that now.
I've never been able to see it in the first place, even when it was explained to me.
Oh. So we get another microwave, and that's some Meridia fried shrimp right there. Nice tank.
This springboard jump was actually required this seed to get over here and get a space jump, thinking about it. So we know where the bow is for Solski's side, but we don't know where the fire rod and the ice rod are. Those are the two items he essentially needs to finish off this seed.
We made the boots.
Maybe.
If Andy ever taught us anything, Andy and Oates. They did a exposition of this during GGQX where they were missing boots for like 90 minutes because the big key was on the torch.
Solski and Andy both like their hovers. Anyway, Strizer gets their plasma beam and is probably regretting quite a lot of their decisions in life now. He's really going to be regretting it when they get that space jump in the behind the Chozo statue.
Wait, I've done all these spring ball jumps for nothing?
Solski is going for a snail clip here in Meridia. So he's got to get this snail in the right place so that when he jumps above it, he can clip himself through the ceiling. But I think that snail is too high. Maybe it's too low still. Yeah, he's going to try again from the other wall. He's actually making use of the X-ray scope there to give himself some pause buffers. I think that's too low now.
And Strizer X-rays Fantoon. And we get Screw Attack in the Aqueduct. Which...
Yeah, Solski's basically going to be clearing Lower North in about half the time that Strizer spent, or less, probably a third of the time.
Well, if we hit go mode before that, we won't even be seeing half of it. But because of where the bow is and bombos, we may be seeing all of it still.
There's the mothball bombs. So we're not going to be needing mothball bombs for any bomb jumps today, but not a very convenient location for them if they were needed it. So Stricer's going to get his mirror here. Looks like Solski is on his way out of Meridia now. Oh no, he's going to check out Plasma Beam first.
Yep. Then he's probably going to check the front half of Meridia.
Stricer sees that mirror and is not going to pass it up.
Well, considering it's required for Swamp.
Did he turn off his high jump boots? Because getting across this jump without high jump boots is a lot easier. So just an energy tank at Plasma Beam location.
He's going to keep it.
Okay, Stricer gets across this time. I think, like, if Stricer decides to go do a bunch of links to pass before going to Meridia and finds that Fire Rod and Ice Rod, that's probably going to be the best possible play for him. So it's going to avoid him spending all the time that Solski's spending in Meridia right now, checking out all the items. I think worst possible thing for all these runners right now would be speed boost in a inconvenient location to get to Grapple Beam, and then something off like the Ice Rod on Shackle. Now that I've mentioned it's probably going to happen, so... Yeah, Solski's leaving now. But no, he's going to check out these items. He didn't check out these items earlier, of course. So...
Because he went through the back door.
Yes.
Mama Turtle today has more supers. Oh, missed the I am in the wall.
Blue goo.
Was that blue goo or a bomb?
It's definitely a bottle of goo inside. Probably blue, but Super Metroid does kind of funny things with a palette shading, so it could have been red or green goo possibly, but most likely blue.
Everyone already trying to predict how trolly the sea can be. Oh, by the way, here's your first hint to go to Zora.
Big 300.
Now I think Meridia is cleared out. Now we'll see what Solski decides to do. He now has Zora money.
His problem is he's already done Catfish. He's already done the Zora area checks without doing King Zora, so he may put that off for a very long time. But really put it off long enough for Stricer to possibly catch up, given the amount of time Stricer spent in places like Norfolk, clearing it out without the base jump or screw attack or plasma beam or any of those nice things that Solski has picked up.
Is Strize? Oh, I forgot where Strizer was. For a second, I thought he was about to go to the Forgotten Highway. I forgot he hasn't done this section yet.
Looks like Solski is on his way to X-Ray. So Stories is very shortly going to get their space jump here. It's probably going to be kicking themselves in the shins for this. So that's 5 missiles in X-ray.
And Strizer's done with Rex ship. So he is going to have to go back into Link to the Past now.
Unless he wants to take on Dragon without a gravity suit, he's got nothing else he can do here.
Now, we know he needs to go into the desert, get his hook shot.
We can check out the top of Criteria now he has that space jump, but that's about it.
Solski is going back to Link to the Past. We'll see if he decides to go to back to Lower Norfair. I mean, he's fully equipped.
Yeah, he's going to get through it in so much less time than Strizer spent. But we know there was nothing really down there. I mean, there was red mail, and that was about it, and red mail doesn't really help you much.
That's the play. And once again, one person enters Super Metroid, the other one leaves it. It's like happened, what, 5 times this season so far?
So, Solski doesn't need to do any farming here because he's got 50 super missiles. He just screws attack straight for those rippers. He just jumps to the top of the room by Golden Chorizo without having to do any springboard jumps. He's going to be spending so much less time here than
yeah,
Strizer.
this is going to be like a 10-minute run through Lower Norfair. He even has full charge beam combo for Ridley. I mean, he has enough supers, but still.
Strizer's going to get his lamp here. He's going to have hair done after he gets that lamp. He's also going to get half magic and gold sword from Paradox Cave.
Solski destroying the amphitheater with space jump. Just running through these key hunters.
So I wonder if Stricer's going to actually dip into Turtle Rock here. I doubt he would, because he's got a lot more stuff to check, especially when he gets that lamp. But it's possible. We could be seeing both Fire Rod and Ice Rod in Turtle Rock. It's happened before.
It has.
And one of the first races I ever commentated was both Fire Rod and Ice Rod on Laser Bridge. That was not pretty.
But in order to do so, we have to get very lucky. So there's one chest we could check in here once you enter and go left. If that's not a key, then we're stuck.
He's actually going for it.
I mean, if this is a key and this leads to both rods, might be another dungeon that Solski, like, doesn't go into until he has to. Oh, okay, so there's a room coming up here with chain chomps. If that room does not have a key, then we're stuck. But once we get past that room, we're basically free to check a majority of the dungeon except for, like, what, 2 chests? 3?
It's a Turtle Rock rabbit hole. How deep does the rabbit hole go?
And we're fire rod locked. By the way, Solski has already killed Ridley. He's already on his Lord Norfair escaped. He's going to be done with this in about 3 minutes.
Stricer finally gets that lamp, and now they can go clear out Palace of Darkness if they so chose to. I mean, you can clear it out without the lamp if you know your dark rooms, but the dark rooms in Palace of Darkness are some of the trickier ones. Stricer went into there much earlier, got the bow, but couldn't get through the dark maze in the back of pods and decided to nope out of there. So he's got a couple more items he could check in pod, and he can also go over to Helmasaur and clear that out if he so chose to. It's not even a choice for him because it is a crystal.
Yeah, so with this, Solski has like 95% cleared Super Metroid. Only thing he's missing are the speed booster lock locations. We know he won't find that green boomerang item anywhere in here.
So there Stricer's half magic, and they're going to get Gold Sword from the other chests in the up the stairs. They probably head over to Tower of Hera and clear that out. I think the only way that he can save himself some, Stricer can save himself some time now, is if he doesn't clear up Meridia at all, just strictly goes over there to kill Dragon, and that's it. But that depends on him finding the Fire Rod and the Ice Rod somewhere convenient in Link to the Past.
Yeah, Gomo Meridia is very good. You only spend at most 2 minutes in Meridia. It's nice.
Oh, Solski hasn't done Crocomire yet. Yeah, he's going down there.
Yeah, so that Crocomire is going to be a one-hit kill with a fully charged beam combo. And this is the funniest one-hit kill. Well, it's sometimes 2-hit because sometimes you have to hit him, Croc him once for it to register the charge beam combo. But watch Croc, like right there, like, oh. Okay, so yeah, this is a 2-hit one. But this one, no, please don't hurt me anymore. No, no. I won't do anything bad, I promise. I'm just a nice crocodile alien thing. Ah. Well, Strizer doesn't get a tea break. But Strizer will be able to continue on in Hera.
And again, Solski is making his way through these quagmires without having to worry about all this springboard jumping nonsense that Stricer's been doing for most of these things that he did not have a space jump for. So it's a lot of time spent on Stricer's side that Solski has not had to spend. Like the routing that Solski has done has allowed him to get items in much more convenient locations to check items that Stricer's done in much more convenient ways. So this is mostly dependent now on when Solski's going to be going into Paths of Darkness for sure to get that bow, and then we'll just finish off Paths of Darkness straight away once he gets that bow. It's all kind of depending on when Solski makes his way over to King Zor. But given the speed that he's killing the seed so far, I don't think he's going to be putting King Zor for so long that it's going to put him behind Stricer. So Solski is actually making his way out of the Crocomire, so he's going to keep that gold sword. Well, we've got Moldorm on Stricer's side, 2 hits of gold sword, and down he goes. So, 2 crystals for Stricer, 3 crystals for Solski, 4 Super Metroid bosses for Solski, 3 for Stricer. So, Solski's about 2 bosses ahead in general. Stricer can catch up Dragon pretty quickly if he just decides to go in the back door to Meridia and not check anything else there. But that's going to be dependent on what else he finds. Stricer's checking out Spike Cave now, and if I remember correctly, this was just 5 missiles. Okay, Solski has floated to Lake Haya, so he's probably going to go into Ice Palace from here. No, he's going to Zora. He's going to get that bombers. Of course, he actually couldn't get into Ice Palace without that bomb burst medallion because no fire rod either. We're still looking for that fire rod and ice rod, but given the way things are going right now, Solski is probably going to be grabbing those before Stricer. So there's a bomb burst medallion for Solski. And Stricer looks like he's on his way back to Palace of Darkness to finish that off.
He took a super long way to get here. He could have just flew it to 5. I think Solski is making the Ice Palace play now.
Yeah, I almost thought he was going to make it just now, but of course no Bomber's medallion to actually get in there. Of course now he has that Bomber's medallion because he went straight over to King Zora. But yeah.
Plus half magic makes everything nice and easy.
It's really going to come down to where that fire rod and ice rod are, because those are go mode items for. Strizer needs that gravity suit still, but otherwise both our runners just need the rods right now. If Strizer finds those rods first, he could potentially save himself a lot of time in by go moding dungeons, and Dragon. But where's the gravity suit again? I think it was one of the mirror checks, wasn't it?
No, it was in Hookshot Cave.
Ah, right.
So Strizer needs to go into Desert, which is a pendant.
Yeah.
So Solski made a big gamble going to Desert earlier, which it's only 2 items, but it paid off in loads.
I mean, he was in the area anyway, so it wasn't that big of a gamble just to check out the items whilst you're in the area. Fortunately, Strizer's already been to Learn Warfare and done all that, but he went through the Mire area without having the mirror, so potentially he could be checking out the Misery Mire itself before going into Desert Palace, but we'll have to see. That's depending on if he finds the boots somewhere, because without that hookshot or the boots, you can't really get to Misery Mire at all. So this is one of the dark rooms in Turtle Rock that if you are kind of unsure on where you're going, it's really, really difficult because those turtles are mean. They will walk around you, you've got to hit them with a hammer and then attack them again with either the hammer or the sword to finish them off. And if you don't know where the turtles are, it can give you a lot of trouble trying to get through that dark room. If you have the fire rod but no lamp, you can get through that much easier by using the fire rod to light up the torches. But that still doesn't quite put in logic, just makes it a lot easier. So there goes Helmasaur for Strizer. Is Helmasaur holding an item? He already picked up the compass from Big Key Chest. I think he has a map too. And
oh!
And arrows from Helmasaur. But yep, that was the Ice Rod in Ice Palace.
Very, very nice thematic rod right there. You know, one would think that the dungeon item of Ice Palace would have been the Ice Rod.
I mean, in the vanilla game, you get the Ice Rod in the Ice Cave, so it's still kind of thematic there. And you get the blue mail down here in Ice Palace instead, so blue item, blue dungeon, it still fits.
So the last time we'll be on Cold Stare. Strizer is going to go ahead and finish off Armos. Is there another item that we're missing? Oh, Iced Tea Room. That's right. Alright, no more items in Ice Palace.
It's been ages since we saw Eastern Palace, so I cannot remember if Stricer has the map and compass here. But he's got to take out Armos anyway for that crystal.
Yep, we determined that Armos, after the first two items were map and compass, we determined that this was Armos with an iron. Armos could have Fire Rod.
I mean, if I were for Stricer could still send him off the wrong course at this point, he could be, say, like going into the back of Skullwood to try and find an Ice Rod and doesn't find it. So he went to the Skullwoods early, got the 2 items, so he's not going to be going into the back. And
well, it's a red item!
Wrong red item.
Solski finished off Cold Stare as well. That was actually both of their 4th crystals, guys. So, the Fire Rod is somewhere in probably Meyer, if I were to take a guess.
Worst possible case would be Shacktool. The speed boost on one of our pendant
Oh,
dungeons.
we're diving Meyer. Strizer can do Pyramid Fairy. He does have the 256 crystals.
It looks like he's going to be doing the Smith's Chain first. No sign of either Speed Booster or Pegasus Boots anywhere. This has been a walking speed seed so far.
Why, sir, I thought this was a speed run. I want my money back.
AGDQ stole all the speed. I'm sorry.
So there are 2 items in Meyer. How funny would it be if Fire Rod was locked behind the cutscene room chest?
If this was on version 30 of Link to the Past Randomizer and we had a hint tile, you would immediately get a hint tile in the Firelord side, Firelock side saying, "Hey, Firelord is locked.
Oh!
You're about to get it up." Well, there it is.
So we at 2 hours 18 minutes and 52 seconds are in
no mode.
No mode.
No mode, because Solski doesn't have the bow yet, although he's just noped straight out of Mizumaya instead of getting more items, so...
He's going straight to Tur Rock because he knows he can finish it.
Yeah. It's also technically Schrodinger's Go mode, because we could have that 1 in 22 chance of the big key being on the Torch and Ganon's Tower, which we need the boots for. Stress is just leaving that even medallion behind. So there's nothing useful in this purple chest for Solski much earlier, so Stricer is spending a bit of time here he doesn't need to spend. What Stricer needs to do at this point is get the crafty suit from Hookshot Cave, get the hookshot from Desert Palace, get the fire rod from Mizumaya, and then he's pretty much set after getting the ice rod in Ice Palace. Now he's going into the dark rod from my area. Is he going to go into Desert Palace and Mizumaya now? Because if he does, this is going to work for him.
He has the mirror out. I think he's checking checkerboard.
mean, if you're in the area, it makes sense to check this as well, especially if you're going to be doing your mirror stuff. Now, Solski, when he did this earlier, he stole a key from the back, didn't he? So,
Yep.
Desert Palace was technically boots locked.
But the hookshot was in the middle chest.
Oh yeah, true. So we didn't need boots for that.
Now, if Strizer decides, oh no, this is boots lock, and just nope out, we may be in some trouble here. He doesn't nope out yet.
So he's out. He's fluting away. He's not going to go into mine for that fire rod.
He's going to swamp, which we know had a whole bunch of supers in it.
Yeah, he could also be doing Pyramid Fairy too.
True.
And we know that Pyramid Fairy is useless today.
Unless it's boots.
True.
Oh, Solski messed up the cane there, but somehow made it work unintentionally.
So Solski, when he did Storm Palace a bit earlier, he did spend some extra time checking out the left side. You have to see if Strizer does the same thing or decides to gamble and hope he finds fire rod and ice rods elsewhere. We know where they are, but Strizer does not. So Solski making his way deep into Turtle Rock now because he had that fire rod to check out the fire rod locked side. Strider dipped into here much earlier but wasn't able to get very far. So Solski's going to be able to clear this out.
So, we're about ready to come across a Mimic Cave. There's some trivia here. Do you know this is the only place in Light World that has Dark World enemies in it?
Ooh. You know the jellyfish things, the berries, which you typically find in Dark World dungeons. You find those in Spiral Cave too, and I don't believe they're found anywhere else in the Light World.
Yeah, no, these mimics in the GBA version of Link to the Past are replaced with Igors. So we still have Laser Bridge. The big chest was only a single rupee.
Strizer is going straight to left side. I didn't think he would be skipping this anyway because he doesn't have a fire rod and ice rod, but it's just a time sink really. He's just really hoping that these crystal junctions have the progress he needs. Now that he's found a hookshot in Desert Palace, unfortunately, there's also a fire rod in Pendant Misery Mire, so this gamble's not working for him. Solski is nearly at laser bridge now, 4 chests here. And then he can just go straight over to Trinex. He has checked out the big key chest, so he's not going to have to backtrack to go find that small key if necessary.
Now there's a small key.
He's going to check out the remaining chests here because he's looking for that bow.
Gets a nice health refill. Now with half magic and gold sword, this is a super easy fight.
Yeah, 1 magic hit to stun the heads, and then I think it's 3 hits with 3 gold swords to take out each head.
Messed up that first head, but yeah. 3 hits per head, and then a spin slash and a slash, I believe, for the rock head.
Spin into slashes, down goes Trinex.
And only more bombs. So, Solski, we know he needs to go into pod. He'll find his bow there.
Alright, he's dipping into pod now, so once he gets that bow, Solski is going to be in go mode.
Or boots mode.
Ideally, yeah, it's like a 1 in 22 chance for the big key being on Ganon's torch in the torch in Ganon's tower. And if it is there, Solski's going to be very, very annoyed, but it's not going to really cost him much time because he's done a whole lot of checks already. So Strizer gets their 5th crystal from Swamp Palace. I imagine he's probably going to be going Ice Palace next, pick up that Ice Rod, and then wondering where that Fire Rod is. Right, yeah, Strider is headed over to Ice Palace now, so they're going to get that Ice Rod. And if they find that Fire Rod in Misery Mire, they should be getting the gravity suit from Hookshot Cave, and then they'll be sorted. But his go mode's still going to be quite a bit behind Solski at this point.
So at 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 31 seconds, we are in Schrodinger's go mode? We are either in go mode or we're not in go mode yet.
We got no way of knowing that until getting Ganon's tower, but Solski's just going to treat this rest of his race as he's in go mode. He does not want to go find those boots. He probably would love to find the boots because Solski loves hovering, but we don't need them. Or shouldn't need them, with any luck.
Does look like we are go moding this dungeon though. Strogonger mode?
He's got to get more keys to get to Helmut King anyway.
Nope, he's going right back there.
Yeah, now got his keys. Which chest was the ice order in Ice Palace again? Was it iced tea?
No, it was vanilla Bicky chest.
Ah, right. Yeah, so Stricer's not going to be leaving that behind. Iced tea being the notorious item that you can tend to leave behind if you're trying to go for Ice Palace quickly, because it's quite a bit out of the way to check. Yeah, Stricer's going to go back upstairs and check out that area. So down goes Helmut for Solski.
That's Crystal 6. He's going to mirror over to Eastern and get that done. Legendary Goose! Thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription, man. You're going to be eligible for something here in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, as soon as Solski's done here in Eastern Palace, we are going to be playing the Ganstar Biki guessing game. If you're a subscriber or to any of the Speed Gaming channels, or you have donated a total of 250 bits across the Speed Gaming channels, you can enter our big key guessing game and guess a number between 1 and 22 for where that big key is in Ganstar. If you're absolutely mean to Solski and hate him, you're going to guess it's on the torch in Ganstar.
Or usually 3 or 1. Anyway. So if you guys want in, we do have a leaderboard. I believe I'm still at the top of the leaderboard. So if you guys hate my guts and want to try and overcome me, get your guesses in now. Oh, we're looking for the big key still. That's right.
It looks like a 06 GTO is matching you at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's been about 2.5 hours in the siege. We could go ahead and talk about what happened. So Solski took an early bet to go to Pyramid early, and he got himself Magic Powder, got himself Morph Ball at 20 minutes. Strizer did not get that Morph Ball until about 50. And then this has literally been Solski just ahead by 20 to 30 minutes this whole time. Strizer's just been lagging behind.
Solski's also done a lot of other things that has given him an advantage in taking up areas that Stricer was doing. Say like Solski, he did Wreck Ship before Learn Warfare and got himself Plasma Beam and Space Jump, which allowed him to clear out Learn Warfare much faster than Stricer, who went there without those items and ends up having to do springboard jumps everywhere.
And The Fire Rod was in Pendant Mire, and the Hookshot was in Pendant Desert. And so, very truly locations for those two items. And aside from that, this has just been the Solski show. Gravity was in Hookshot Cave. We have Andy in chat sizing up his competition.
Do you know what place Andy actually came in the tiebreaker? Because Andy was headed over to AGDQ, he had to play the seed a bit early and record his race and submit it during the tiebreaker. So I don't know what place he actually came in the tiebreaker. I think Aussie was in first on the restreams.
Yeah, I do believe we'll sometime either after this or tomorrow. There's going to be a big bracket reveal, I think.
I think it's supposed to be right after this game, actually. Ooh, Stricer's going up to Pyramid Fairy. Might get silvers here, vanilla silvers, but yeah, this is not going to be anything too useful for him.
Oh, he might go ahead and go to Turtle Rock. And so that's crystal number 7. As stated before, once they land at Death Mountain, we will start the big key guessing game. Guess 1 through 22 for where this big key would be. And if you guess right, and you're a subscriber and supporter of Speed Gaming, I don't know. I can't think of a funny pun to go with this. I usually have something funny here. I won't cough on you and give you my sick. Oh, we got money and missiles at Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, I reckon silvers have got to be in Ganistar at this point. Or worst case scenario, Shaktool.
Misery Mire could also have silvers. We got Crovax with a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. Strizer going Catfish.
Yeah, he's basically going for all the isolated checks that he hasn't done yet. Solski did do this much earlier on his early pyramid routing, which got him that magic powder and got him the morph ball from Magic Bat. Then he checked out Catfish, found nothing, and wasn't able to get over to Zora. But Zora had the Bombus medallion, which thwarted Solski for a bit, but as soon as he had the money, he basically decided to go straight over to Zora and check it out. And he did get that Bombus, so it didn't set him back too much.
So I'll stop the big key game the second Solski walks into Ganon's Tower on the restream. So you guys got about 15 seconds to get your guesses in if you haven't guessed yet.
Alright, Solski's going right first. If he finds a key here, he'll probably be going to check out the next 4 chests on the right side. If he doesn't, he'll be going left.
Chest number 1 is a small key. Chest number 2 is missiles. So here's the big thing. Were we in go mode?
We're in go mode.
We are in go mode. So that was 3. Big key number 4.
checks a few more chests just for the sake of possibly finding silvers, but nah. So our winner today is Big Box, great commentator.
So way to go, Big Bot. If only he would have checked one more before that one, and then I would have been back in the sole lead.
Anyway, Strizer gets a gravity suit from Hookshot Cave, and Strizer's probably going to go into Turtle Rock now without that fire rod. And no, he can't go to Turtle Rock without fire rod. He already did it. Still needs to find it. Okay. Oh, and now he's lost. Yeah, I think Strizer's probably going to go for a full clear of Meridian now and hope to find a fire rod there, but it's not. It's in Pendant Mire. Right, so Strizer isn't even taking the back door to Dragon. He's just going through the front road to Meridia. He's going to be clearing out pretty much everything in here and finding nothing much of value at all. We don't even find the speed booster down here, so he can't go even check out Shack Tool and possibly find, Shack Tool to get Grapple Beam at Shaft Supers to then find whatever is at Shack Tool. But no Shack Tool this time. No speed booster, no silver arrows, no Pegasus boots. Solski is just clearing out the gauntlet with extreme speed here. He's in a really good state for gauntlet. He's got plenty of hearts, he's got half magic, he's got gold sword, red mail. It's a pretty trivial difficulty to him. Just annoying we can't do things like use the Pegasus boost to charge for this room and get through those red cow guards. I'm sure they have another name other than just guards. They like the Dark World version of the Light World guards. They kind of get transformed into cows and wield forks instead of swords.
So Solski is probably going to be winning here in about 12 or 13 minutes. It is going to be taking an unfortunate accident for Solski not to win here.
I mean, he could probably despawn a tower a couple of times in that previous room and still be ahead.
He could fall about 20 times at Ganon, and Strizer will finally be in go mode.
Solski not hovering across this gap like he would really want to, but cannot. There's some people talking about the GBA version of Link to the Past, and I think in the GBA version you can actually bomb jump across that gap. I think that was a triple on Aga 2 there. I heard 3 damage sounds, so I think it was 3-1.
Yeah, that was a triple.
3-1-2.
So now we got, again, we'll finally get a hint on where silvers were this seed.
Strice is taking the kind of usual routing through Meridia, so he's checking out the sandy pits here. He's not going to see anything he wants to reset to go back to safe room and then check out the other sandy pit. Solski, meanwhile, is cutting through Ganon like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, with the gold sword, all these phases just get erased. Like, I think we're on phase 3. Yeah, we're on phase 3 now. There's 4 slashes, and then we'll be on the final phase.
The strizer sees those morphle bombs in the other sandy pits, and again, like Solski isn't going to take them. Oh, they were in Mizumaya.
Oh, they were the second item.
So Fire Rod and Silver House in Mizumaya. Interesting. So you might have seen this at AGDQ of Overwater with just a Master Sword, but Solski is just using spin strats to take out Ganon in the last phase here. When you are using a spin sword on Ganon in the last frame before he teleports, you can still hurt him with a sword. And this saves you having to actually get Silver House and finish off Ganon first. It's slower than using Silvers, but especially in a NMG run where you may not want to get the Silvers in the first place, it's faster.
Alright, with that, as long as Solski doesn't fall down the hole, get your single G's in chat for Solski.
Yeah, just 1 G, no more, no less. We still got to take on Mother Brain.
With the full bin combo, though, that is just laughably easy. Strizer, by the way, has at least 75 super missiles. If this was a chargeless seed, he'd be well into not needing charge beam anymore. Does Solski do a recharge? He does.
We could probably skip the recharge if he was going to go for get drained by the baby Metroid, but I reckon he's probably going to go for a baby skip. He's got high jump boots and space jump, so there's no reason not to go for it. And the wave beam for that matter too, to clear the blocks easier. Stricer, meanwhile, is going to make some shrimp. So he's not going to find his Fire Rods in here in Meridia after Dragon or that Plasma Beam. He's probably going to be extremely annoyed when he does find that Fire Rod, because that's right there in Maya. So yeah, 2 rounds of Microwave Dragon. Solski is making his way into Turian now. He's got the Ice Beam, so that makes it even more trivial for him. He can just freeze the Metroids and use his plentiful supers to take them out. So given that the silver has were in missing mine, I reckon the speed booster would probably and Pegasus boost were probably in Ganon's tower themselves. The grapple beam was locked behind the speed booster, and obviously that locked Shacktor itself. So Pegasus booster could have been behind Shacktor, but speed booster is probably somewhere in Ganon's tower. Might be thinking on the strider side, depending on his route. He may decide to go full right and find it behind Ice Armors or something. Anyway, Solski is at the baby Metroid, and he's going to go for the skip, yeah. He's going to start off on the right there, then get him... Oh, gets caught. Never mind.
And he faces right, saves 40 frames.
Yeah, so he's going to top up his energy here. I've seen one runner get grabbed by the baby Metroid and then decides to go straight to Mother Brain on 1 energy. It did not end well for them. I mean, in a long race like the Super Metroid and Zelda 3 combo randomizer, we're almost 3 hours into the seat, and you may be an excellent runner. Both Solski and Stricer are excellent runners. They have their 5-0 in the tournament, but if you make a mistake somewhere, it's going to be like late into the seed where you're getting tired, and these things do happen.
And it looks like we're in the Zebetite skip.
Yeah, he's got the Wraith and the Ice Beam to make that pretty easy. You can also skip through the Zebetites using Sign Sparks, but no speed booster. You can also do it without the Wraith Beam, but I think you have to anchor yourself in a awkward position below the platform to freeze the Rinker, and it's pretty difficult. Alright, we got some Mother Brain for Solski. With the...
I think we were going to say the same thing. I was going to say 20 charge shots, so...
Yeah, pretty much. I said Solski has got so many supers that he could go for just simply a ton of super spam and still be in kill Mother Brain at about the same speed.
Solski could pause the game and just, I don't know, take a 30-minute nap, come back and still be in a good spot.
Yeah, it looks like Strice is going for something mirror checks that he hasn't done yet in the Dark World, so he's going towards Graveyard Ledge now.
Graveyard Ledge was a big 20. Gets the stand-up glitch to work. Going to try and get 37 or 38 charge shots into Mother Brain's face before they get Hyper Beam back. Strizer's going to go get his Spazer and Dark Cross.
Alright, just a few Hyper Beam shots finishes off Mother Brain for Solski.
Strizer gets the Spazer and is not happy. And Solski Unless he messes up, will be our winner today. Will be our first seed going into the bracket stage.
Looks like strizer86 finally headed over to Mo. He could have done this a bit earlier and been in a bit of a better spot because he went into Desert Palace for a hookshot and could have gone straight to Mizumai after getting a hookshot at Desert Palace, but he decided to float away, so it's cost him some time.
We'll see if
this Solski's to win because of just routing decisions, really.
We'll see if Strizer decides that he doesn't want to miss out on one check in Meyer and he gets the silvers.
He did the thing he needs to do for Super Metroid, which was grab the gravity suit. If he'd gone here without the gravity suit, he would have been clearing out a bit more of Meyer to try and find that gravity suit. He would have found silvers instead, but anyway,
right now, silvers really only helps on Ganon. He's already killed all the bosses that silvers helps out on.
Solski leaving those animals behind. We do not have a donation incentive to save the animals, so you never really see them saved.
Some people still save them. And with an official SLR time of 2 hours, 57 minutes, and 47 seconds, get your GGs in chat for Solski, your first seed in our winter tournament. And with that official ruling, we should begin our brackets in about 5 minutes. So stay tuned for that.
I don't know if Solski is going to be coming in for an interview. His last words in IRC were, "Be right back, taking a nap." So, yeah, he didn't take that nap before he finished, he took it after he finished. A sensible play.
And Strizer is going to go ahead and go mode Turtle Rock. And we'll have Solski in here for an interview in about a minute.
And it's basically just been routing decisions this seed, and Solski has been the one who took the gambles that paid off, and Stricer did the gambles that did not pay off.
Yeah, going to Pyramid first, going to Wreck Ship first, like all that just added up. I mean, the only thing that could have maybe saved Solski like an extra 20 minutes was if he would have gone to Pod sooner to get his bow.
So Strizer making his second visit into Turtle Rock here. He dipped in a bit earlier just to see if he had a fire roll, dice roll on laser bridge situation. But he was fire locked pretty quickly in here, so now he's going to go over to the right side here, get his keys and get down to the basement and one small key from laser bridge and then go take on Trinex. Solski is in chat right now, trolling us about that speed booster. I reckon it's probably somewhere in Ganon's Tower myself. We got a really early big key in Ganon's Tower, so, and there's a bunch more items down there that went unchecked.
Yeah, I will say it was probably an entire room. I know Solski likes to We'll probably see him play out the seed. He likes doing that sometimes in the commentary, in the races I commentated of his. Oh, he collected an even 200 items out of the 316.
I'm just wondering where Stricer could have ended up if he actually had gone and got that. Oh, it's Solski. GG, Solski.
GG, Solski.
Thanks, guys.
So, about that seed, dipping 2 pendants for 1 item apiece.
Sorry, what was the question?
I was like, well, how about that seed, huh? Like, you had to dip 2 pendants for 1 item apiece.
That was fine. Really, it was kind of good that the play worked out for Desert Early for the hook shot, just because it did make the seed a little bit more friendlier to route. But the classic bow and pod seemed to have really derailed a fast seed for me. But the way I routed it was pretty quick though, so I was pretty happy with it.
You did do some plays that Stricer didn't do, like go to wreck ship before Lower Norfair. So Stricer, when they were making their way through Lower Norfair, they didn't have the space jump or the plasma beam, so they were using the springboard jumps to make their way across everywhere in Lower Norfair. And that took him a lot more time than you spent in there.
About 30 charge ice wave shots. He didn't even have Spazer. He had ice wave, and so he killed all the key hunters. It was like 20, like it took a minute key hunter basically.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a while to get to Lower Norfair, just because I was on, I think at the time, 3 tanks and only Varia, so I didn't really want to dip just yet. I was kind of sweating that decision too, because it was taking so long to find progression, but then it turned out there was really nothing in Lower Norfair anyways, so it didn't really matter.
So how do you feel now being the undisputed first seed of the tournament?
Feels good, man. Feels good. A little sick today too, so I was a little worried about how I'd perform, but it wasn't too bad. Could have been much worse, but we still kind of grinded it out.
So it looks like we're trying to get everything all set up for the bracket reveal, as Strizer is about ready to finish off Trinex, and then he'll be going on to Ganon's Tower.
For most of its race, Stricer has just basically been going around in circles trying to find the items needed for the logical checks, which he didn't. Which he was usually getting like firstly like a couple minutes behind you, then 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It's just once you got that morph ball from the pyramid ledge, that was the main thing separating you two for a long time, and then it's just that adventures in Lower Norfair separated you a bit more.
Yeah, finding that there was amazing. Like, I saw the powder there, I'm like, I think number one item I'd want from that is morph, because it's such a big advantage. But then it was like, I can find a lot of stuff, because this still didn't have a lot of items at the time. And then there's morph, and I just kind of laughed pretty loudly.
Oh yeah, Brimstorm Rex ship was loaded.
It was great, especially the early Rex ship play, because Spring Ball did put it into logic, so it took me a while to get the Spring Ball jump, but eventually we got it.
So Stricer finally gets their last crystal, and it's on their way to GT now.
So Stricer should be finishing in about 20 minutes or so.
So how about no speed booster, no boots? That was fantastic.
I was promised a speed run. I want my money back.
Yeah, it's pretty slow, to be honest.
Well, even though it was slow, you still had sub 3-hour seed. You cannot argue that. That was a good run from you guys.
Yeah, I was happy with the sub 3 considering everything I had to go through for it. So.
So it looks like you're about to find Speed Booster. You did say in chat that you did find it.
Found Grapple.
Oh yeah, Grapple, we knew where Grapple was. Strizer did take that check.
Yeah, shoutouts to me checking the Croc area stuff. Looking for maybe some progression, because I knew I still had 4 items to find at the time. I knew Wave was sequence broken because it was at Crumble, which is lock behind speed at that point. But bit of a play, didn't work out. A little disappointing, but again, that's just how this seed's kind of played.
Stricer actually went into the Crocker area before you, and again, he was doing springboard jumps to check out all the items in there. Like, this seed has been springboard jumps everywhere for him. Then he went to Wreck Ship and got that space jump and was probably regretting all the time he spent.
Yeah. I mean, springwall jumps aren't that slow, but definitely having space, and in my instance, screw attack for like lower Norfair really helped. I think that's like the only thing I found in Viridia, and sure enough, it was locked behind speed, so I wasn't supposed to have it this seed because of the logic.
Kind of funny looking at the stream set now, because it looks like Stricer's heading up to Gannon's Tower way ahead of you whilst you're checking out left side, but
we know better.
I hope so.
I mean, there's not a giant winner above your screen or anything. I guess it could be bigger.
Are these things? I'm trying to think what I have left to check. Oh, baby, I know one.
Have you found the book yet?
Yes.
What's on PED?
It's not that. It was just Couch Cash. Spoiler. Right now, the only thing I have left is second item which I know is Silver's, green pendant, half a pod, and one more check.
There's nothing in pod. More supers. I think. Because Strizer full cleared pod. There was a reserve tank.
yeah, if we don't see Pegasus boots coming up here, I'm going to peg them as being behind Shacktool.
Those are some Saga boots.
There's a third shield. I forget where Stricer got his second shield.
The one shield was in wrecked ship. One shield, I can't think where the second shield was. Whoops. But we should be on mirror now, I think. I have never seen Fire Rod Armos.
I've seen one person try to take out Armos with Boomerang. It was not pleasant. Wow.
Speed Booster book! It's Swagnet! What? And we're gonna see what's in the big key chest, the big chest, which we never see what's in the big chest. Just missiles this time.
Alright, Stricer Aga 2 now. That's a pretty good aggro pattern on your side, Solski. Let's see if Stricer gets a triple here. Ooh, just a single. Two hits. One hit. Another single. And there goes Aga 2.
Oh, Solski forgot the Tyler room. What boost was in Tyler room? So I think that's the only thing we're missing right now is boots.
So Stricer gets through phase 2 and Ganon without too much trouble. Takes a couple hits from the fire bats, but he's got red mail and so many heart contains that it doesn't matter. Gets a tool glitch, and now he's just got to do a lot of spins to take out Ganon. So what's on that pedestal? Couch cash, like you said. There goes Ganon for Stricer. Get your single G's in chat for Stricer. Blinga Bunny in chat. Solski's time has stopped because he is just checking. He's already finished. He has won the race. He's just checking items for the sake of it now.
Yeah, he won like 20 minutes ago. Well, 20 minutes ago for us. It's been a bit longer than that since there's a delay for this race. All Strizer needs to do is get through Turian, which takes someone about 8-9 minutes to do.
He's got all the beams, he's got plenty of energy tanks, he's got tons and tons of super missiles here, but the only thing he doesn't have is the screw attack. I admit I wasn't watching most of Strizer clear Meridian, but I guess he didn't clip his way into the using the snails to get that screw attack.
Nope.
So second turn here for Strizer. Again, like Solski, he's got the ice beam, so the Metroid here are completely trivial. Just freeze him with one shot and take him out with a super. So we may be getting a second try at Baby Skip here on Strizer's side. Let's see what he goes for. He's taking his suits off. And he's just getting damage, so I doubt he's going to go for the Baby Skip. He tried a bit for it anyway, but he still got grabs in the end.
And he faced left. Gets the Zebatite skip. We'll see if he also gets the stand-up glitch.
So Stress is just going to use a ton of super missiles here to kill Motherbrain instead of just plasma shots. Looks like he's got it. There we go.
So Solski's going to be grabbing his grapple beam here.
And Strizer takes out Mother Brain with just 3 or 4 Hyper Beam shots. It be especially sure to not be charging his beam before the beam changes to Hyper Beam, because if you're charging a beam whilst it changes to Hyper Beam, it's not good, because charged Hyper Beam does not exist, so I think that actually crashes the game.
I think it causes like a 20-minute, like it slows everything down and it doesn't freeze for 20 minutes or something like that. Or is that if you get hit while stand-up glitch or something? One of the things causes like a 20-minute slowdown.
Essentially, Strizer he's got to try and escape before Solski finds those boots. Could be here in Waterway, or it could be at Shack Tool.
That water
it looks
away.
like there's Shack Tool. I called for boots at Shack Tool much earlier. I hate it when I'm correct.
It could also be vanilla boots.
True,
No
true.
one's...
I did happen to find the boots, guys. You want to know where it is?
Vanilla?
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Oh man. Oh, and Strizer has gone and saved the animals because apparently somebody has donated a ton of money to him at AGDQ. Shout outs to Strizer, by the way. He was actually doing a race at AGDQ, running the Messenger.
Very good run. If you guys have not seen that game be played, you are in for a wild run when you watch Strizer play it. It is really one of the best runs. So Solski, what did you do at AGDQ?
A lot of practice, just meeting the other runners, Link to the Past, some in Super Metroid. Probably not enough in Super Metroid. But you only had like a finite amount of time to hang out with people, and it was my first one, so it's pretty tough to meet everyone, I guess.
Yeah, Andy said he
Such a
beat
big
you,
event.
so he says you're automatically disqualified from this race now, from this tournament. Yeah, Andy showed up like an hour ago in chat and was like, so yeah, I beat Solski at AGDQ. Does that mean I automatically win it all?
Yeah, he beat me by about like 3 or 4 minutes. The power actually went out during our race too, so it's like me and Cross were in the exact same place in that race, and Andy lost like 0 times, so we just like added or subtracted 2 minutes from our timer, I guess, if that makes sense. But
Hey, GG Strizer.
Thanks.
So yeah, this was a story of routing.
Oh,
So Solski got his morph ball 20 minutes before you, and he basically kept that 20-minute lead for the whole seed. And he also went to Rex Ship before Lower Norfair, and you probably could tell how well that went for you.
Yeah, it's funny because I made a lot of different routing choices that I didn't normally make. I routed Brinstar a little bit differently, popping out into pink and then trying to go to green afterwards. And I made a mistake just in how I routed my power bomb, which cost me some farm time, obviously, which wasn't fun. I'm one to go to Rex Ship early, but I also know how nice it is if you can just help out. So I kind of took a gamble and I went down first, which isn't usually my style if I have enough equipment. I didn't want to do the spring ball jump over the moat, which I ended up having to do anyways.
Yeah, unfortunately, just where Morph Ball was and your time in Lower Norfair, that basically is the time difference between you two right now.
Yeah.
You did find Bo first, you did find Bombos first, so Solski, last I am checking them, did give you some time back, but other than that, that was a very good showing for these both 5-0 runners. So go ahead and give all these guys all your love and stuff. So I'm going to see if we can do brackets here soon. Also, you have any more questions for Strizer?
Not much actually, other than how are you enjoying those springboard jumps in Lower Norfair?
You know what? That's another thing too. I usually go to Lower Norfair early, and it was garbage. The one thing I will say is I was surprisingly happy with my blind fight because it was green mail 5 hearts hammer, and I didn't die. So should have seen.
Oh, it was a close one. It was a close one.
It was very close. But that was one thing I was happy with. I wasn't really upset about my execution in any way, shape, or form. It's just I literally made all the wrong decisions.
I mean, that's the nature of Rando, really. You've got to make your choices. Sometimes they turn out to be the wrong choices, sometimes they turn out to be the right choices. In this case, they were just the wrong choices, but he still put out an excellent showing in his run.
Appreciate it, and thanks to the staff and everyone for sticking around and watching, and everyone who hung around to the end and showed up at any time during. And yeah, no, it's lots of fun. I'm looking forward to the brackets. There's a lot of really great players in the top 8, so it should be a good showing. It should be a lot of fun.
So, question for both of you guys. Now that you guys know you're 1 and 2, who do you guys want to face first in the round? Because you guys know, you get past the quarterfinals, you guys are getting paid. You guys just have to beat your next opponents in a best of 3 to get paid. By the way, guys, increase the prize pool for this tournament. Make some bets.
I'm gonna be honest. I got home from GDQ at 2:30 in the morning, and I slept and went in for half-day work, and then I came home and I played immediately. I didn't really even proper dinner, so I haven't looked at the top 3 to 8 yet. I don't know the exact seeding, so I'll have to actually take a peek at that. I know it's based on the order, but I mean, in my mind, everybody who's 4 and 1 is extraordinary. Anyways, there's a lot of really great players, so I don't think it matters who I play. I think it's going to come down to execution is the thing I can control, and routing is the decisions I'll make, but it doesn't necessarily mean it'll pan out, and that can happen to anybody, like you said.
I'm greedy. I want an Indy. I mean, I'd like them. Like, if we made it to the finals, that'd be like perfect. But
what are you guys talking about? You guys want
just
this
kind of hedge your bet to make sure.
Like that.
Yeah.
Game
you guys want this race to be the finals? What are you talking about? This could potentially be the finals. You guys might just saw, the unofficial game 0 of the finals of this tournament.
What'll be interesting too with the brackets is that we're moving away from like a best of 1 splits into a best of 3 into a best of 5 brackets. So I don't think we've seen that yet in SMZ3 that I can recall. So I think it's going to be a good opportunity to see what it can do in like a solid bracket format like that. So
I'm still going to pester Miss Metroid. I'm going to keep on pestering Miss Metroid until she agrees that the final game of every series, if it goes to like game 3, has to be played on hard logic.
No thanks.
I know hard logic better, to be honest. I'm new to the normal scene, but
yeah, I started on the on the tournament quote unquote logic, which turned into hard mode. But the logic just sucks, so I don't want to play it. I'd rather play normal. It's terrible, dude. It's like a pick 'em. Like you can just do anything, and anything can be anywhere. It's not really ideal.
Other than that, I really have nothing to say. It looks like we were wanting to do brackets at this point in time, but looks like 2 of our runners are still MIA right now for the brackets. So we may have to do bracket reveal tomorrow. And other than that, I have nothing else to say. Do you guys have anything you want to say? I'm sure, Strizer, you want to go get some food.
I'm going to go eat, but everyone have a great night, and I look forward to the next games.
GG, Strizer.
Yeah, I'm out of here too. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
GG, Solski.
Both of you.
Don't forget to give both these guys a big follow. They are awesome runners. They put on a great show today. Don't forget to give my good buddy here also a follow. Great commentator. He's been doing this now for, what, a month? Showing off all this good stuff. And
yeah, I think I started at like the start of a tournament, which is probably over a month ago at this point. When did it start? I think it was like November, wasn't it? Mid-November?
Something like that. And give our tracker a follow. It's been his first tracking in a while. He did get a good job today. Aside from that, I have nothing else to say.
I will also say give at the Kuchiri a follow because you've been doing tons of commentary here. Also, that links to past, even some Area of Sorrow commentary, which is a game I've never played and I know nothing about. So hey.
Oh, hey. I got a game I want to show you. Have you ever heard of Aria of Sorrow? It's actually a fun game. I think you would like it. You like Metroidvanias.
I do. I played Symphony of the Night, but I haven't played any of the other Castlevanias aside from that.
Oh, give that game vanilla a run and then play the randomizer. You'll love it.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers things here. And like I said, we're not going to be seeing the bracket just yet, so going to be waiting until tomorrow for that. So I will wish you a good night myself. I've been Revolving Ocelot, another great race again, like always. I'll see you later, and I'll leave you with Kajiri.
And I'm going to pass out here soon because I've been sick. I do hope all of you guys made the Triforce people with all of you, and see you guys next mission.